let's talk about some of those people that are quite important that contributed to the concept of blockchain.
Prepare for launch. 3, 2, 1.
First person on the left is David Chaum, who have created DigiCash, which is one of the digital money, in 1989. What he does is to have this untraceable transactions, not even by the bank or by the receiving parties. And he is also a contributor to the concept of the zero proof knowledge. All right, what is zero proof knowledge? Basically is a way to prove to somebody else that you have something without telling that person that like how much you have and who actually you are. It's just to prove that like you are the person to be trusted. And then come Adam Back, the second person. He is the person that is also create the Hashcash, and he create this not because he want to do any digital currency, but want to counter the DDoS. Then Nick Szabo is the person who give the idea of kind of like one of the person who give the idea of the smart contract. And those of you who have been working on the blockchain project, probably you have heard of it. The word smart contract is coming from him as well. And Wei Dai is the person that also talk about a smart contract. And Satoshi Nakamoto actually coded his name in his 8 pages, including the reference, the 9th page, about him that he referenced to. Now, what I want to talk about over here is blockchain, even though that it has been here for about like 12 years, but it's not all that new because people before the blockchain, a lot of them have already studied about it, but there are some difficulties that they haven't been able to achieve before 2008. For example, internet wasn't that popular during that period of time, and it's not that accessible for other people because internet is the main thing that you need in order to be able to share the information, and sharing information is very important in order to keep the blockchain integrity intact. Who created blockchain? I think most people would have heard of Satoshi Nakamoto. He proposed this white paper. If you ever read the white paper, it's only 9 pages long. It's very interesting, and if you go line by line, you can pick up a lot of gems in just this 9 pages of white paper. And then only 2 months later, he started to mine the first block, and then he has never actually used his Bitcoin. Then basically during that period of time, because it doesn't really worth anything, and it actually started to have some worth when someone actually bought 2 pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin. Can you imagine how much that 2 pizza worth nowadays? And if that person who bought him this 2 pizza, not Satoshi Nakamoto, someone else called Laszlo in United States, during that period of time, never took Bitcoin that seriously, and a lot of people actually lost either the hardware that they keep the Bitcoin or forgot about the password or have already sold it way early. And after the inception of the Bitcoin, there are people thinking this concept seems to be able to apply to many other things, but Bitcoin do not allow any other functions to be added. You can't even add a message to it. So people have been starting to come up with other blockchain in order to be able to apply other things. And that is the time where all these altcoins started. Now, blockchain is the technology behind the cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency, in my opinion, is kind of like a byproduct when you have a blockchain. Why? We are going to talk about it a little bit later. But here you can see a lot more of like popular altcoins by a popular blockchain. For example, Ethereum, and NAM, and also Zcoin, and Steemit